Hello everyone! Welcome to this game! Okay, gotta admit, I was not expecting a song with lyrics whenever I started this game up. I mean, I expected it now because I had to make sure that the game worked, but when I first booted up the game, I was not expecting that. This is Downfall FES Reboot. It is apparently a reboot of a game that was originally put on RPG Maker FES on the Nintendo 3DS before being rebuilt, or rebooted, on the RPG Maker MV. This game was created by Jay the Duelist, who happens to be here watching me play this in the Twitch chat right now. So that's pretty cool. Always nice to have the game creator around. So, another interesting thing about this game, it has mouse support. That is a thing that is fairly typical with RPG Maker MV games, and I'm going to be using it for this game on account that I couldn't really get the controller to work with this game for some reason. Using an Xbox 360 controller, and even with X-Padder, there were times where I couldn't get it to recognize my inputs, so mouse controls it is. I want to tell you the story of one man and the friends he met along the way, in a tower one that was one step away from being called paradise. In a time where our great countries are now divided, when humanity began to lose all control, a tale of adventure, comedy, sadness, anger, and joy awaits you. So there's character inputs. I could use a keyboard, but you know, I haven't really played an RPG Maker game with mouse support yet, so I'm gonna do that now. So, left click for interactions, and right click for closing things, or opening the menu. So I assume that these are, for the most part, custom graphics. I'm pretty sure RPG Maker MV does not come with these graphics by default. So is there anything to interact with right offhand? The cool thing is that I just click things and supposedly I'll just immediately interact with them once I reach them. Yep. Ah, I see you are awake now, Amadeus, sir. Darn it, sir. Don't you recognize me? It is me, Utopian Operating System and Defense Unit. Wait, is that you? Yes, I do. I feel like there's a better way to pronounce that. My memory is still foggy from being in stasis. Ah, good. I thought you had totally forgotten me, sir. After all, you did build and program me. Would not have expected that. Are you ready to head out to deliver that package Operative 1 left us to deliver to Tokadori Village? Oh, right. You were very close to Operative number 1, weren't you? Sorry I even mentioned him, sir. Nah, it is alright, Yosadu. Maybe a good old sparring match will do us some good to get our minds off things. After all, I am rusty in battle, and what if we encounter some thugs or something? Good point, sir. Activating sparring app level 2.
No backing down.
Alright, sir. You do remember how to fight, correct? Yeah, but you're gonna tell me the basics anyway, aren't you, Yosadu?
Aye, sir.
You know me all too well. Interesting that there's a bit of voice acting here and there. This is only the second RPG Maker game I can think of that I've played. Bleh. Try this again. This is only the second, whatever. Voice acting in RPG Maker doesn't happen often. To do a basic attack, select the attack button. To use special abilities, select the special or magic buttons. Just remember that abilities use MP or TP, so use them wisely. If you are in a jam, try using the defend command to try to reduce the damage from the attack, or use the item command to use a healing item. That is it for the basics, sir. Now come at me! Don't worry, I won't hold back.
Ready.
Not gonna lie, I hate TP. It is one of the most annoying things I've had to use in the newer RPG makers. Alright, well, let's start with a basic attack.
Nice try. Ready.
I wonder how loud that is. Hopefully their shouting is not terribly loud. Let me know if it is. There is a setting where I can lower that. Pretty sure there is anyway.
Success.
Visually, this game does look nice.
I will protect everyone.
Oh, already a level up. We trained at level 2 and we got to level 2. Nice boost to various stats there. New skills learned. Analytic Judgment, Mend, Heal, Refresh. We definitely got a refresher, didn't we? That's a lot of abilities. Your time in that stasis pod didn't seem to make rusty after all. Let's get moving, sir. Yosadu, join your party. Cool. There's a toilet here. I am a little surprised to see a toilet in a video game, especially an RPG. Alright, let's go ahead and open the menu and see what we got here. Well, we got a fancy menu, I tell you that. So Jay the Duelist says, the only character whose voice has been told to me as being loud is the super boss of the game. Oh boy, that sounds super. So what we got here? Items, weapons, armor, key items. Oh, we got key items at least. Operative Communicator, an important device to every Utopian operative. It acts as the operative's badge, among other features. Got a mysterious parcel, of course we do. Mysterious package that Operative number 1 entrusted Amadeus to deliver to Tokadori Village. Alright, what's this option? Stats, I guess? Skills? It's gonna be skills. Okay, offense skills. Attack 55 plus. Amadeus only damages a single foe one time with physical. So that's an attack. That's a stronger attack. Even stronger, reduces foe's attack by 10% for 4 turns. And here's all of these defensive skills. Defense stance. Ah, yes. Defense. I have a feeling that I'm going to wind up having to use that a bunch. Reduces physical and magical damage taken by the user 10%, but also decreases damage user can deal by 10% for 3 turns. Heavy Guard increases the party's defense by 5% for 5 turns. I wonder what sort of cooldown these things have. Life Up increases the user's max HP by 15% for 6 turns. Increases max? That is interesting. Mend covers 7 HP to all allies. Heal 10 HP to one ally. Refresh 20 HP to all allies. Most of these are too expensive for me at the moment. Info or area heal 25 HP to all heal. Protect reduces an ally's physical and magical damage by 5% 3 turns. Alright. What about you? Code Lambda. Attack 5 times. Yosadu only, I guess. Damages one enemy 1 time with physical earth damage. Damage boosted by the user's defense. Cannot land critical hits. So, defense is the key with that attack. So we'll try to keep that in mind. What is this option? Oh, this is where we see everybody's stats. As well as equip. Blast Blade. A new breed of weapon that can fight at all ranges. And you have an iron axe. Basic axe that was probably used to cut firewood. Body gear, chainmail coat. 10 defense, 7 magic defense. Nice to have that information right there. Lining made of iron. Most folks would wear it under armor, but whatever floats your boat. And what is this option? Okay, this is stats. The other was equip. A utopian operative. A serious but kind fellow by nature, Amadeus is an extremely creative tactician. I hope that I live up to that creativity. And you, Yosadu. An android built by Amadeus, Yosadu doesn't let anything stop him from pleasing his creator. He's a good robot. Team reorder, kind of figured on that. Achievement Vault? This game has achievements? Not very many, but still, that's kind of interesting. There's settings. Don't really need to worry about that right now. Save? Yes. A saving bar. Interesting. And we'll just assume that the last option is the quit option. So let's go ahead and get a move on now. Utopian Operative Jacket was found. Well, let's go ahead and take advantage of that. Body gear? No, equip first, body gear. Oh, I have to click it again. A signature code of a utopian operative. On the 16th floor below the surface, the whale sees past the ciphers. 3201, 145, 9000. Should I write that down? I'll write that down just in case. Whale sees past ciphers. 3201, 145, 9000. I'll make sure to remember that for later. Or at least write it down on a piece of paper or something. Wait. What does this little piece of paper that is loosely hanging in one of the pages say? Important note. Do not erase the www and save folders that are included with this game. If you delete either of them, you'll be unable to save your progress or the game may become unplayable. I have no intention of messing with the files included with the game. Let me go ahead and click this again. Okay, I wanted to make sure that I didn't skip a message box or something. It was just a little bit of a glitch there with his character portrait's position. Oh, that's right. We had this room shut off. Let's try opening it with Z. Let's see here. There we go.
Aye, sir.
You look a little beaten up from our sparring match. Here, let me fix you up. Cool.
Many thanks.
Yes, I do. You're always looking out for me. Hi, person. Angsty teen. He seems so enthralled with watching some kind of live stream that he doesn't even know we are here. Just gonna step away now. Anything that I could perhaps swipe? Just watch, at some point in this game there's gonna be something in a toilet. Startback says, what if he's watching this stream? Hey, look behind you! Oh, what's this? Treasure! 300 gold was found. Cool. Doesn't seem to be anything in all this. Store? Let's use this money. Welcome! Okay. I've got 800 right now. Medicine made from medicine herbs. Grown locally in Cetus Tower. Heals an ally by 30 HP. That sounds like a pretty good amount. I will buy... yeah. Starting out, that's probably a good amount. Heals an ally's MP by 30. Sure, let's go with that. Not that much, though. Hopefully, I won't need more than a few initially. What's the deal with this? Nothing we can get to right now. I don't see many utopian operatives these days. I'm glad to see the young ones taking an interest in protecting the tower. So, for context, we are currently inside an underwater tower in the post-apocalyptic future. Jay the Duelist says, barriers. They lower automatically when certain items are obtained. Good to know. If only she knew Amadeus was in his mid-60s. But anyway, here. This may help you out. Data Disk A. Thank you, ma'am. Well, so as it so happens, that seemed to have opened up a path this way. Amadeus's operative comm began to play the recording on data disk A. The year is 20XDX. Of course it is. Over 90% of the world's population has been thrown into pure chaos by the world powers declaring war against each other. To further complicate things, an unidentified plague has also hit many individuals. In an attempt to save surface life, or as much of it as we can, we have teamed up with the very wealthy Ozen family and the wise clan of Dragonkin to build an undersea tower in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean to be humanity's new temporary home. The tower is now being built. Well, that certainly has piqued my interest, being that I am half-dragon. Well, that was something. Caught me off guard for a second. True, but if one data disk held this kind of information, sir, it may be wise to learn from the other ones out there. If we can find them, that is. True. They may even hold a clue to help remind me of the parts of the past that I can't seem to remember. Yeah, being in stasis for who knows how long will do that to you. Then we need to try to find them all, sir. Whenever you get a data list, make sure to check out its contents by using it in the items menu to get full story of Download FES Reboot. Downfall FES Reboot. I will keep that in mind. What can we find here? Treasure? And speaking of which, let's go ahead and look at it now. It's gonna be key items? Yes. The tower has been completed. Select individuals are now living here until all of the chaos has subsided. The tower has been named Cetus Tower, after a mythical whale-like deity. I have begun to keep a journal detailing major occurrences in the tower, with this being day 1. Dr. Alan Chakrarius. Jay the Duelist says, don't worry about missing one. You have to get all 26 to finish game, and they are not missable. That is good to know. I like when things in video games are not missable. So there's 26 of them. Gonna be kind of interesting reading them all. Are we allowed down here, yeah? Yeah. What can we get here? Another one? Indeed. So, we're getting through these pretty quickly. I want to bring up that this is actually going to be a pretty short game. I'm probably going to be able to finish this in 2, maybe 3 streams. 4 at the longest. Day 3. Rather than a traditional legal system, we have opted for a system that is more reminiscent of the American Wild West. Instead of policemen or sheriffs, we have a group of vigilante lawkeepers known as the Utopian Operatives. We are very strict in the recruitment process of potential operatives. So far, only one person has passed the recruitment process. Carisano Cariz Light. I wonder if that'll be somebody we'll wind up meeting. Eventually, I'm going to be able to find a fridge that I'll be able to raid. Where else could we go? Oh!
No back ready.
Alright. Time for a random encounter. Let's try out some other stuff. Items. Let's defend. Abilities. So these cost TP. Hard to tell how much TP I have without exiting out first. 9 TP. Well, let's go ahead and just try out one of these. Which one do I want to deal with? Let's start with the simple one. We'll take out this thug. And you're gonna have to build that up for a while. So, just do a regular attack. Same guy. They're pretty easy to take down. Kind of weird, by the way, that he's standing on a box. Not even on a box, he's on the side of a box. Alright, if these guys are easy to take down, there's no reason to use TP attacks.
Are you proud of me, sir?
Okay, what next? I did notice there were a couple people up there. They are no doubt Pokemon trainers ready to challenge us as soon as we get in between us. To them. Also curious who this is. Why does he look like an old Sega mascot? Whose name I can't remember at the moment. Otherwise I would be specific about the name. Anyway, I'm gonna save again. Jay the Duelist says, backgrounds and a max party size of 6 don't play well together. That is indeed a decent sized team. Yes, right back, Alex Kidd. That is exactly who I was thinking of. Well, we're gonna go ahead and head into our first episode break of today's stream. And when we come back, we're gonna go over there and say hello to Alex Kidd.